Everybody, it's Invicta, and it is time for the Glitch Chaos Run. Oh man, I cannot wait to get into this special run unlocked by the Mosh Pit, getting us to 210 on the like streak. Thank you all very much for making it possible. I'm not going to do anything but hop into this run today because I know a lot of people have been waiting for it. I have as well. So what the deal is going to be is essentially we are going to be playing, obviously, on the YouTube save file, and I'm going to give myself the Glitch Crown along with Chaos and also make everything blind. So it's going to be all through the console commands. I'll show you how I'm going to do that in just a second. We're also going to be playing as Isaac just to have the base stats and nothing else. So everything's going to be blind. Everything is going to be completely chaotic. And we have Glitch Crown. It's going to be absolute insanity. And I don't know how this is going to work, but here we go. Thank you all very much for making it possible. It took us a long time to get here, but I tell you what, it's going to be insane. The seed doesn't really matter, but there's your seed if you want to see it. Zulu, Delta, Charlie, Yankee, Alpha, Delta, Kilo, Juliet. Obviously, because we're going to be doing a custom run. But again, I have no idea how this is going to work. So I'm going to give myself Glitch Crown, if I can spell it right. Glitch Crown, and then I'm going to give myself Chaos. And then we're also going to give ourselves Curse of the Blind, which is, I think, going to give us permanent Curse of the Blind if I go through the console command like that. So, and that is it. The D6 doesn't really matter. I don't see a reason to get rid of it. But, yeah, this is going to be intense. So, obviously, the biggest thing here is going to be we have no idea what we're going to be taking from Glitch Crown. We have no idea what we're going to be taking even further because, obviously, we've got Chaos. So we could have an awesome, easy run. We could have just a god-awful, terrible run. I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. But, you know, it took us a long time to get to this one. And, you know, there were some people who were just, I think, a little bit underwhelmed with this like streak goal. But this is one of those times where I'm telling you, like, it was just like the eye tracker episode and the first Rebirth reaction video run. You know, as soon as people see it in action, people are like, oh, you know what, that was actually pretty dope. I think that this is going to be, or at least I hope anyway, this is going to be one of those runs where people are going to be like, yeah, we need to see that again all the time. And then, like, you know, inevitably with the Mosh Pit and the enthusiasm that we have whenever we find something new and fun, we're like, hey, let's just do this as a series. I don't know about doing this as a series or not, but again, I have no idea how this is going to run because obviously with Chaos, it's going to take items from every single item pool and just shuffle them in there. And then you throw on Curse the Blind on top of that, which obviously means that we can't see what we're taking. And then on top of that, you also throw in the insanity that is Glitch Chaos, or the Glitch Crown, I should say. Yeah, this is going to make for one of the wackiest and most insane things we've ever done. And it could be a disaster. I don't know. As we continue to keep going in the wrong direction, thanks to Curse of Loss. So if you want to know how to do the console stuff, like occasionally you'll see me, every now and then, you'll see me accidentally hit the tilde key like this whenever we're playing. And well, here we go. Our first item is going to be from a red chest. Oh, gosh. All right, 3, 2, 1. Okay, you know, little Abba Ding Dong's not bad. I'll take it. But anyway, if you want to learn how to enable the console commands for yourself, you simply go into the options.ini menu. Wherever your Isaac, I have no idea where you install your Isaac stuff. It's usually, you can, if you have Steam, oh, good Lord. All right, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we got the shovel. I don't know if that's a piece of art or not. I know this is art. Yeah, so go to the options.ini folder and simply just turn on the console. It's called, I think it's just called Enabled Dev Console or something. It's something like that. I've had it enabled forever for obviously for Isaac Madness and that sort of stuff on Twitch. Gonna go ahead and take this. We get Mom's coin purse. Okay. So, but with the D6 now, the reason why I'll stick with the D6 because if we do end up grabbing an active item, we can simply just do that, and then we have a fresh set of 5 items to scroll through. Unless, of course, we get another spacebar item, then, you know, well, there we go. So I don't know how this is going to actually impact us as far as, like, breakfast is concerned. I'm glad that so far we've gotten... I mean, Little Abba Dabba Ding Dong's fine. Like, I will happily take Little Abaddon. Obviously, we have no clue what we're missing out on. I feel like I already tried that wall before. Maybe not. Secret room could be up there as well. I don't know. There's too many There's too many question marks here. No, it can't be there. Old Dookie. So, yeah, just sit back and relax, everyone, and thank you for making it happen, Mosh Pit, because this is going to be a lot of fun and also insanity. The fact that, like, the fact that we're doing Glitch Crown and Chaos and Curse of Blind is just nuts. So, Spelunker Helm, okay. Oh, boy, here we go. Curse of Darkness and Curse of Blind, of course. Now, talking about last week's question of the episode, it wasn't really all that of a popular question. Not a lot of people really answered. It was about, what is your thoughts on Broken Remote? Many people said they just don't use Broken Remote. Ooh, look at Scapular. Okay. That was Scapular. Many people said they don't use Broken Remote, so there wasn't really a whole lot of responses to it. Which is a shame because honestly, like having the Broken Remote and how to jump combo or whatever we had that was instantly, I forget the item that we had, that was instantly being able to recharge over and over and over again. That is, in my opinion, that's one of the more creative ways to play the game, and to simply just skip the entire level until you go straight to the boss is really cool. But yeah, there weren't a whole lot of responses to that one, and a couple of them had nothing to do with the question of the episode. So I was like, okay, well, let's just go into the Glitch Chaos run then. How about that? There's a double tinted rock right there. So really quickly here, if you look at this rock right here, the one that Isaac is walking up against, this one right here, take this one and then look at the one that's in the middle of this cluster of rocks right here. If you see that dark X there on the right-hand side, that denotes a double tinted rock. Now, if this was a regular tinted rock, obviously it would actually be a little bit darker, and that dark X would be a lighter X down on the bottom left side. But double tinted rocks always have the X on the right side. So just keep that in mind. Well, that particular sprite always has it on the right side. I don't think going after... Honestly, I don't think Devil Deals even, or something we should do. I feel like that's just unnecessary. We should go for Angel Deals because we can get a chance at more item pedestals. We'd like to get a Soul Heart, though. Game Kids, we get another active item. And, yeah, okay, jumper cables, all right. Would love to get into the double tinted rock if possible. We've also got the vault here. Spelunker Helm is also going to help us out with mapping a little bit. It will tell us exactly where we need to go and where we need to not go. So I'm happy to have that. We could just get a little bit of help on the bombs. We need 2 bombs here. We could, in theory, bomb our way into the... There's a regular tinted rock. Unless, of course, there's no bombs in here. Okay, let's go. Okay, we got a Hierophant card, which I'm fine with. But I think what's gonna have to happen is we're gonna have to use both of our keys, which really sucks, but in here, and of course we get a golden key. So we get no bombas, fortunately. Could buy a blind item in the shop. I mean, we have no idea what we're buying, but juicy sack, okay. I was looking for a 15-cent item there because obviously that's probably going to be a little bit of a better quality item most of the time, but I don't know how predictable those prices can be. Now, obviously, if that was a member shop, like in the basement of the shop, then we could have inferred that it was probably going to be something a lot better based on the price, but we don't know how that works with the regular shop. So, Angel Deals, here we come. Yeah, we already know it's Curse of Blind game. Okay, so based on Spelunker's Helm, this tells us that is a dead end because the map does not keep extending, and then there's no secret room there. And we know that this is also a dead end because, again, the map doesn't keep extending. You can always see 2 rooms in front of you if you're going the right direction. So this is obviously still going. We get ourselves a planetarium, which doesn't really matter because, again, Glitch Chaos. But so far we haven't had too many problems. Now, one thing that is going to concern me a little bit as we keep on going in this run here is going to be the lack of stats, because obviously we have no idea what we're taking. So it is entirely possible that we could have another run that we just don't get any stats at whatsoever until the very end. I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping that we get some fun synergies and stuff here. But, you know, if we end up deciding to run it back or not, then let me know in the comments down below what you thought about the Glitch Chaos run. I think that this is about as wacky as you can possibly get. You may want, I mean, someone may, some psychopath may say, well, you got to throw TM Trainer there. No. TM Trainer, if we were to do something like that, it would not be on the YouTube save file, that's for sure. That's something for the Twitch save file. And even then, the Twitch, at the time of this recording anyway, the Twitch win streak's up to, I think we're up to like 40 or 41 now, so that's mostly because I have not been doing Isaac Madness. The one time that we did do Isaac Madness last month, the Mosh Pit failed to beat me, so. Brittle Bones, okay, well there's, hey, you know what, that's stats. I'll take stats right now. We could probably just yeet every single one of these Brittle Bones here, because the thing about base Isaac is that he starts obviously with decent stats. I mean, it's literally the baseline. But we want more. We just want more. I'm not trying to yeet all the Brittle bones right now. I think that it's better used for just kamikazing right into the boss. Not exactly sure what hit me there, unless there was some creep on the ground. We have no bombas. We have no keys. So as you see right there, Brittle Bones, every single time that you destroy a bone heart, it's going to give you a permanent stat up, which is real good. And by stat up, I mean a permanent tears up. And so far, I think we've gotten fairly lucky on our items. It could definitely be a lot worse that we've gotten from Glitch Crown. But we need to get consumables here. The lack of consumables is definitely disturbing. Now, this is one time where Glitch Crown is going to help us out greatly, because obviously we don't have to worry about us being stuck with an orbital that we don't want. And if we do get orbitals, at least it's Halo of Flies and not like, you know, human meat. Now, where this is going to be a real kick in the pants is if we don't end up getting into at least our item room due to lack of consumables. That would really bum me out here, because that is, I mean, potentially there's like, you know, at least 2 item pedestals that we're missing out on because we're not getting any keys at all. So come on now, game. You need to. This isn't the time for you to be trolling us and be like, take that, nerd. No, this is a like streak goal here. It would be on brand for Isaac to be like, oh, well, you want to have fun? Well, then we just won't give you any keys or item pedestals. That would be the ultimate way for Isaac to just get back at us. It's just simply just don't give us any consumables whatsoever. Are we really going to go an entire floor without getting a single consumable game? Yeah, I guess we are. Okay. Woo! All right. All right. Gotta love it. So we miss at least 2 item pedestals and 2 secret rooms. I guess we can we even access the slot machine up here? With 11 cents, I don't know. That is on brand for Isaac. We have a like streak goal. We have a like streak goal that is purely item pedestal based. And then the game just doesn't give us any way to get to the item pedestals. That is definitely, again, if you need any evidence at all to show that the game doesn't listen to you, here you go. Yeah, there we go. All right. Good on you, game. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Hope you're really enjoying yourself. You're having a laugh, are we? Okay. That's Isaac, baby! I might as well go into the curse room because maybe we'll get a a certain item pedestal in here. And also, of course, we have a way of destroying a couple more of our Brittle Bones hearts. Of course, the nice thing about Brittle Bones is that for any and all following Bone Hearts, yeah, it's a funny game, that we get from here on out that we destroy, so that it doesn't have to be the Bone Hearts that we get purely from just acquiring Brittle Bones, but any Bone Hearts that we destroy from the rest of the run on is always going to give us a Tears cap breaking permanent Tears up. So it's just an all-around just great high value item. Now I don't want to give away all of our Bone Hearts yet because we're not gaining any more HP currently. That's another thing that sort of is kind of dawning on me here, is that we don't necessarily have a great source of HP. Yeah, this is all a hilarious game. Hope you're happy with yourself. An anti-grab. We get anti-grab, which is a Tears up technically, but we essentially just have chocolate milk now without any of the benefits of chocolate milk. And what I mean by that is that you can sit here and pulse fire with anti-grav if you don't want to wait for the tears to kind of accumulate and then you let go all at once. You can do that, but it's now basically if we want to fire with little Abba Dabba Ding Dong, we're going to have to charge him up, and then we lose the ability to pulse fire like that. Just for, I mean, it's temporary, obviously, but yeah, the shop is there. The shop's to the south, obviously, southeast or southwest, but we don't have enough money to really make a difference right now. Use a bomb to get that key there. One of those rocks looks tinted. I'm not sure if it is or not. Okay, so we have a womb room. If we do find a sack room, that could be also a play there. This rock right there, no, it's not tinted. It looked tinted. The skinny rock right here, but I guess it was just the curse of, or not the curse of darkness, but the lighting around that. It just, I don't know. It made it look like it was shaded. I think that looking for the sack room would be beneficial, just because there's that many hearts over there. But if there is a sack room here, then I shouldn't have taken the soul hearts. I'm just glad that we have some HP. But we're gonna have to hope that we get some kind of damage upgrade. So as you see there, I mean, the pulse firing with anti-grav is not that big of a deal. You know, and if you have something that does charge up, you can unleash a barrage of tears like all at once, like you see us doing right here. It's just that it interrupts the flow of things, because then essentially you always have to tap the fire button. Now you don't, of course, have to play like that. That's just how anti-grav. That's how I'm kind of like adjusting for anti-grav. You know, some people, if you want to just hold down the button like this, by the button I mean the fire key, and then unleash like a wall of tears, you can do that. But keep in mind that your tears aren't going to be going anywhere until you do so. So if you need to push something away from Isaac, or if you're being pursued or something like that, it's not going to help you at all. Unless they're running directly behind you, then you can sort of just Pac-Man it up like this, like that right there. So there's no sack room. We do get a bomb. There might be a greed fight in here. No. Okay. Wouldn't mind another soul heart if we can get one more penny. I'm going over here just to see if we can get a penny, okay? Oh, there are things in here. The needles almost faked me out, man. I'm really hoping that we get something insane here from the boss. I mean, any little bit of damage would be greatly welcomed. But at least, you know, Lil Abaddon is not tied to Isaac's damage, so we're always going to have at least some way of dealing damage. And he does, you know, for a follower, he does a very decent amount of damage, I will say. We have Juicy Sack here, so Gertie Jr. should not be a problem. Yeah, we can just sort of Pac-Man it up, make a wall of tears here to stop her from charging. Juicy Sack is, yeah, Juicy Sack just hard counters Gertie. And we get Yuck Heart, which I'm not going to reroll yet. I guess there's no reason not to, because There might be something in the angel room that we're not going to reroll. And raw liver. Okay, okay. Hey, you know what? I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. And Curse of the XL. Well, we lose another item pedestal because obviously we don't get another angel deal / devil deal. Not that we were taking devil deals anyway, but and a crazy wow, the boss is right there. If we end up finding the Fool card, we potentially could make boss rush, which would make up a little bit of the lack of a angel deal here. But we got to find that Fool card, and it's not going to be in this room. The Tinted Skulls are rarely ever in the 2x2 rooms. Actually, this is 4x4, but you know what I mean. Emperor card. Emperor card, I mean, yeah, technically it is a teleport, but it's not. Like, we could use the Emperor card to get out of boss rush. This is a green cage. Green cage is easily the worst. Oh, Juicy Sack. Where were you, man? The thing about creep is that obviously Juicy Sack is overriding Cage's creep. And the game does a great job at not showing you which is overlapped and which one isn't. Just kind of unleashing a torrent of shots here. Okay, so we got hit twice against Cage, and we get Mr. Me, which Mr. Mizzle is not gonna be beneficial here. That almost rhymed. Soul of Bethany. We still have a very outside shot. If we can find the Tinted Skull into boss rush, but it's starting to fade very quickly here. What on earth is going on here? Why did all the Larrys freeze like that all of a sudden? Is there something with the wisps I don't know about? We have nothing that could have possibly done that. Unless anti-grav does something that I'm not aware of in Repentance. Like that was very strange. I'll let the YouTube mosh pit comments help me out on that one. Does that almost look like we had broken modem, which we don't. Curse room's over there. Yeah, so we're not gonna make boss rush. Hoping that we get a planetarium again, since we didn't enter the first one. Okay, here we go. So we get an extra item pistol. We get the mine. Let's go. All right, it's full mapping, baby. Which means that we're guaranteed to get a Curse of Lost on the next floor, but that's okay. At least we can see this XL floor. Okay, so far, I would say so far so good. We haven't had any disastrous items come up yet. I mean, anti-grav's not a disaster. It's definitely annoying, but it's not what I would say is a disaster. There's a charge key there. We definitely need more keys. I guess let's not take it until we know that we don't need a reroll here. I guess, well, let's go back. What we should do is we should reroll Mr. Me right now, because obviously we're not going to take that over the D-Sizzle. I am planning on taking the Emperor card, but reroll Mr. Me and Black Candle. Now, Black Candle, you think that that's going to ruin our Curse the Blind, which it does not. It essentially makes it to where we won't get any more curses from the game side, but But that does not mean that it takes away the console command blind Curse of the Blind. It's still going to be active permanently on this run. And again, that's something that I'm not doing with the rules mod. It's purely through the console, which you saw me do at the beginning of the game, of this run anyway. And that is something that, you know, if for some reason it does not or it does remove Curse the Blind, I'll just simply give myself Curse the Blind on every floor. So don't worry, it's not going to affect anything. It just simply means that we can't get Curse the XL or Curse the Lost it again, which is good because we just got the mind, and I'm happy with that. All right, we get Torn Photo. Okay, it's gonna give us another massive Tears Up. Problem is that we have anti-grav, so it's not really going to matter. These are all 15-cent items over here. Bird Cage. I will bomb the donation machine just to give us another item chance here. We want to take one of the 15-cent items. And Blood Puppy. Hey, all right, well, there you go, Blood Puppy fans. Now, it is entirely possible, by the way, and this is the thing I think everyone is hoping and wishing for. Maybe not everybody, but it is entirely possible for us to get TM Trainered or Missing Node from one of these item pedestals. So that's the real danger when it comes to Chaos. And the reason being that we're doing this all blind is because then I have absolutely no inclination on what we're taking, which is the whole point of this challenge. So yeah, let's just hope that doesn't happen, right? Right? Mom's Pearls, range, and luck upgrade. Okay. So no damage upgrades though, but again, we at least are surviving by way of little Abba Ding Dong. I think we need to go in there. But we do need keys. We have a couple of keys sitting around though, so we have plenty of bombs. Yeah, I think we'll be all right on keys. We should try to go into the super secret room over Meow. Okay, Blood Puppy has turned into Blood Dog. He's not Bloodhound yet, but he's Blood Dog. There we go. I'm gonna officially rename Bloodhound into Blood Diggity Dog. There's our Fool card, by the way. Okay. So definitely would like to get some more movement speed. Man, look at the jukes. Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know. Even if we do get a devil deal here, I don't know if I would take it. I still think that angel deals are going to give us the best amount of items that we can receive. I guess we could re-roll the shop. No, I don't want to re-roll the shop because I think that I would rather, if we do somehow get an angel deal here, I would like to bomb the angel statue and then re-roll it there. So we'll take the Emperor card. And let's see if we can hopefully get ourselves an angel deal item. Angel deal anyway. It's gonna be Red Mom. Which works out for us with the positioning of Abba Dabba Ding Dong. And just imagine what this would be if we didn't have anti-grav. Tears rate is smoking right now. There you go, very clean. We did actually get a angel deal, so I'm happy about that. Now, of course, we don't know what we're taking here, but what we can do is we can take the angel item first, And if it's an active item, then we can re-roll it, because we're going to re-roll anyway because we don't want the key piece. Nice little block there by Halo of Flies. There we go. So we take this if it's an active item, and then we re-roll it. The map doesn't do anything for us, obviously. And Magic Scab. Okay, more HP. I would love to get some damage, though, but hey, we're still surviving. There you go. So notice how it's still Curse the Blind, and that's what I was talking about. So those of you who are like, oh, you got Black Candle, brr, brr, brr. Yeah, it doesn't affect the Curse the Blind console command, Curse the Blind. Like I said, that is permanent. And if it did, then I would just simply remove Black Candle, but I don't think I've ever seen this room before. Or at least if I have, I haven't seen it in a while. The Mimic chest down there, which we don't care about. And honestly, like, shout out to little Abadabba Ding Dong. Because without you, like, we're not in dire straits, of course, but we're definitely not happy. Go around Gluttony here. Or credit. It's gonna be a little useless there, game, but you know, thanks for the store credit anyway. Unless we were to go fight Old Hushy, which this build against Old Hushy, I don't know about that. Although that would give us a whole bunch of extra item pedestals, so maybe we will go do that. This build against, well, we can't even take the store credit. I don't know, man. This build against Hush is that's a tall order. If we get a damage upgrade of any kind between here and well, actually, you know what? We might not even make Hush. More Triachnid here. We get a Devil Deal, and we get the Cancer item, which is going to help us out a lot. And there's a 2-heart Devil Deal. We're getting lucky with these Devil Deals, or the Angel Deals, I mean, or any deals, I mean. And we get the Wafer anyway, so okay. If we can make Hush, we'll do it. Okay, I want to dip into the secret room real quick. We have 7 bombs. Bloodhound is Blood Dog, or Blood Puppy's Blood Dog. Missed him with the bomb. Bad Blood Puppy, bad. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we have not gotten the only stat up that we have gotten has been range and tears, which honestly, like, is usually the recipe for a disaster. But thanks to us having a little Abadabba Ding Dong, we've been doing okay. No, we don't have time for this. This is a strategical, possibly strategical Old Hushy play here. The only reason why I'm even trying to do this is because of the fact that we've missed out on so many item pedestals from that 2nd floor, or 3rd floor, whatever that was. We have 30 seconds to beat Mom's Heart. It's going to be close. Trying to get in close with little Abadabba Ding Dong here. Birdcage is going to help out some. Don't think we're going to make it. Okay. We can't take any of that. Ooh. Well, it comes down to whether or not we can get any kind of damage upgrade in the chest. We're still doing okay here. I really wanted to see what other items we were going to get out of Old Hushy's shop at the very least, or those item rooms, but it was not in the cards, I guess. So we were very close. The wafer effect is definitely going to help us out. I mean, that's really the only way that that Hush actually happens is with the wafer. And even then, I don't know, man. With this movement speed or lack thereof, plus a lack of damage upgrades, that would have been real bad. But I was willing to do it. I was really willing to do it. See if we get something wacky crazy here in the chest. Very happy at least we have mapping. Again, just kind of constitutes rooms that I don't want to be in. I'm really surprised at how much damage Lil Abaddon does. It's not an item that I've really paid a whole lot of attention to. But Lil Abba Ding Dong really shining here in this challenge run. It hasn't been too much of a challenge yet, though. It's only really challenging so far just because we just haven't had any damage upgrades at all. But like the items that we've been getting have been not the worst. We haven't had any disaster items. We may have to run it back here with another Glitch Chaos run if we don't get something crazy. Oh no. Use this one as a test. Obviously, you know, it's not going to be like it's a singular run. I think the potential is there for some absolute wackiness. Oh, that was from Birdcage. We could also ways to improve. I mean, there's no way to really improve it. It's literally going to be just totally random. Just trying to set up the we got hit there. Trying to set up the anti-grav tiers. And there goes our Eternal Heart, which I would have really loved. So the biggest thing that I was worried about on this run, other than like getting just a total disaster item, was going to be the lack of stat ups. And we did get some stats, but not damage. Now imagine what this run would look like if we didn't have Lil Abaddon. And even then, like, we're not even using him right now because we can't get close enough to Isaac to really matter. Blood Puppy's doing some stuff along with Birdcage, which is going to help us against Blue Baby. There's untelegraphed shots of Isaac or something else. There we go. There goes Isaac. I'm going to go fill the Bone Heart real quick because we have the wafer, so that means that we can take a little bit of extra damage here. We could also try to play, I guess, this Bomb Beggar. Maybe he gives us an item pedestal. One way I could modify this would be to just simply... In order to remove the BS factor, the Isaac BS factor from it, we could use the rules to say that we would breakfast pretty quickly, but we could say like we could do something like every 5 rooms cleared gives us an item pedestal. Or I guess at that point, no, it would have to be something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll see about ways of improving it. But again, it's only a sample size of one run, and this is certainly not the last time I'm going to be doing one of these because it was actually a lot of fun and pretty scary. We have Luckfoot, Curse the Tower, Big Chubby, and Hive Mind. Well, we got all the active items out of the way at the start of the run, so at least we're starting to get passive items now. I guess we could technically also give ourselves the no trinket, but then I feel like we're editing the run at that point too much. We're just kind of letting RNG kind of take hold here. Let Puppy's just... He looks like he's waiting for Blue Baby to give him like a snack. Like Blue Baby's like trying to sleep and like he's just like sitting on his lap, you know? Very good. What in the world was that? Somehow Blue Baby moved backwards. Oh my God! Blood Puppy! What are you doing? He's not even He's not even Bloodhound or a Blood Dog anymore. He's back to Blood Puppy. I think it was because maybe Blue Baby was teleporting while he was grabbed by Blood Puppy. I don't know what the heck that was. There you go, everybody. So, yeah, Glitch Chaos Run. It wasn't too terrible. It definitely was challenging only because of the lack of damage upgrades, but we'll think of ways to improve that one. So thank you for making it possible. Definitely not going to be the last time we do it. That would be a lot of fun to do, like for a live stream or something like that. But post them in the comments down below. Give me your thoughts. Question of the episode is, what would you do to improve the Glitch Chaos Run? I would love to hear your thoughts on that one. And thank you for making the like streak goal possible, everyone. And stay tuned for the next like streak goal, which will be announced sometime next week. I do appreciate all the support. Have a fantastic holiday weekend. I'll see you on the next one. OBS didn't change. There we go. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to thank some patrons of mine like Chronic Shadow, Troy Mason, and Relat01. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Invicta. OBS, you really threw me off there. That one was your fault, OBS.